Run the tip of your tongue over your teeth right now. On the inside. Feel that slight overlap of one tooth over another? Or maybe you spent years wearing braces, paying orthodontists thousands of dollars just to get a normal, aligned smile back? We are used to thinking that crooked teeth are just bad genetics. Like we simply got unlucky with our inheritance. Your dad's broad jaw didn't match your mom's large teeth. But look at wild nature, and you will notice a bizarre detail. No wild animal on Earth needs metal braces or retainers. Foxes, chimpanzees, and even stray dogs have teeth that grow perfectly straight. Humans are practically the only species on Earth whose teeth cannot fit inside their own skulls. Did nature really make such a foolish design flaw with us? Actually, no. Nature engineered our bodies flawlessly. If you walk into any major anthropology museum archives and pull out drawers with Paleolithic skulls, a surprise awaits you. 15 or 20,000 years ago, humans had no toothbrushes, fluoride toothpaste, or orthodontic clinics. Yet they possessed straight, symmetrical, broad smiles. A true Hollywood standard without a single medical intervention. Anthropologists have examined tens of thousands of ancient skulls globally. The result is always the same. Hunter-gatherers had no crowded teeth. Their jaws were wide, and dental arches had a beautiful U shape. Third molars, those very wisdom teeth, erupted with ease. They fit comfortably in the jaw, never got impacted or inflamed, and functioned perfectly throughout their lives. So what is the difference? The first thought that comes to mind, did ancient humans simply have smaller teeth? But genetic research shows the exact opposite. Modern human teeth are identical in physical size. They are identical to the teeth of people who lived 50,000 years ago. Our enamel did not shrink, and our crowns did not narrow. Something else changed.
The actual bone base holding these teeth. Over the last few thousand years, our jaw has literally shrunk. Our faces became narrower, shorter, and retracted backward into the skull, turning the oral cavity into a cramped box. We are trying to squeeze the same set of 32 teeth onto a skeletal foundation that has shrunk by nearly a quarter. So teeth are forced to grow behind each other, rotate sideways, or stay trapped inside the bone, damaging neighboring roots. This is not a genetic glitch. Genes cannot mutate in billions of people simultaneously in such a tiny evolutionary span. The cause must be environmental. Something physically forced our faces to change shape. And the answer lies in the secrets of our dinner table. Most of us view bone as something static, like concrete pillars in a building. They grow until age 20 and then never change. In reality, bone is a dynamic, living tissue that constantly remodels itself based on external forces.
And it does so according to a simple rule formulated in the 19th century by German anatomist Julius Wolff. Wolff's law states, bone adapts to loads. If you regularly apply load to a skeleton, the bone tissue in that spot gets denser and grows. But the moment that load disappears, the body starts an opposite process, resorbing the unused bone mass. Why waste resources maintaining heavy armor if it sits idle? Stripped of active work, bones grow thin and fragile. It is just like astronauts' muscles atrophying in zero gravity. Now look at your own face. Our masseter muscles are incredibly strong. Relative to their size, they can exert colossal force. But why did nature equip us with such powerful clamps? Our ancestors knew no blenders or pressure cookers. A prehistoric hunter's daily dinner was an intense physical workout. Chewing a piece of tough wild meat, raw roots, or fibrous stalks required hours of continuous, rigorous jaw activity.
This mechanical load was transferred through the teeth to the facial bones, prompting a child's facial skeleton to expand outward. Facial bones grew dense, building a robust, wide jaw frame that ensured every tooth had ample room. Then came the first culinary betrayal. Around 10,000 years ago, humanity underwent the Neolithic agricultural revolution. We invented farming, domesticated animals, grew crops, and radically transformed the texture of the foods we ate. Instead of tough game, the diet shifted to soft porridges, boiled grains, flatbreads, and cooked meat. Food no longer required long tearing and hours of grinding. The mechanical workload on our jaws plummeted. Paleopathologists, scientists who study ancient diseases, track this transition very clearly on the timeline of human remains. It is in the skeletons of these early farmers that narrowed jaws and crooked teeth first begin to appear en masse.
As soon as we softened our diet, our bodies reacted via Wolff's Law, and our facial bones began shrinking in size. Yet the Neolithic transition was just a mild start of the deformity. The real catastrophe occurred much later. It happened when food became an ultra-processed industrial commodity, stripping our jaws of physical exertion entirely. By the late 19th century, humanity leaped forward. Steel roller mills were invented to produce highly refined white flour. The canning, pasteurizing, and refining industries emerged. Sugar transformed from a luxury into an everyday staple. Our food became incredibly, unnaturally soft. It no longer required chewing, it could just be swallowed. In the 1930s, Canadian dentist Weston Price noticed a strange trend. Each new generation was born with narrower jaws. Children's teeth were far more crooked than their parents. To find out why, Price embarked on an epic journey around the globe.
He sought out isolated communities where people lived traditionally but were just beginning to touch modern civilization. Price visited Swiss alpine valleys, Alaskan Eskimos, Australian Aborigines, and Native American tribes across the Americas. Everywhere he found the same pattern. Those eating a traditional tough diet boasted immaculate oral health and wide faces. But the moment industrial foods, white flour, sugar, and canned goods entered these communities, everything fell apart. Parents raised on traditional diets kept their straight teeth, while their children suffered from severe facial deformation. Children raised on soft, Western products developed narrow jaws and teeth that grew in crowded double rows. Since this occurred within the same genetic group in just one generation, blaming genetics made no sense. It was purely about the texture of the food. Children's jaws simply lacked the physical stress needed to grow fully. Decades later, Harvard scientists led by Daniel Lieberman tested these observations inside a laboratory environment. They took two groups of genetically identical animals and fed them diets with identical caloric and nutrient values. The only difference was, one group received hard, natural food, while the other got the exact same food processed into soft puree. The results were astonishing. The animals raised on puree grew jaws that were nearly 10% smaller. Their facial bones were thinner, masseter muscles atrophied, and there was simply no room left in the mouth for teeth. The experiment proved that our faces are physically underdeveloped simply due to a lack of chewing exercise during childhood. Yet if this were just about the cosmetics of a narrow face and crooked teeth, it would only be half the problem. The real tragedy is that a narrow jaw triggers a dangerous cascade of anatomical transformations. This cascade of deformities literally begins to suffocate us from the inside during sleep, wrecking our health. When our facial bones fail to reach their full potential size, a highly destructive domino effect is set off. Its consequences reach far beyond a bad bite. The human face is a complex respiratory airway system. Every single element here is tightly linked to its neighbor. The first domino falls right inside the nasal cavity. You see, the upper jaw anatomically forms the floor of the nasal cavity. If it is narrow, the nasal passages remain constricted. Air struggles to flow through the nose, forcing a growing child to reflexively open their mouth to take a breath. And that is where the second domino falls. Mouth breathing completely alters the biomechanics of our growing skull. When the mouth is closed, the resting tongue presses against the roof of the mouth,
acting as an internal expander.
It constantly exerts outward pressure on the maxilla, pushing it to grow wider and balancing the inward squeeze of the cheeks. But as soon as we open our mouth to breathe, the tongue drops to the floor of the oral cavity, stripping the jaw of support. Cheek muscles keep pushing inward, but there is no longer any counterforce from the inside. The jaw collapses inward. The palate arches upward into a high, narrow, Gothic shape, resembling the vault of a medieval cathedral. This narrows the nasal passages even further, locking the person into constant mouth breathing. The vicious cycle of deformity closes. But the most dangerous part involves the lower jaw. If it is short and receded, the mouth cavity shrinks in volume, yet the tongue still needs to go somewhere. In this cramped space, it has only one direction left, retreating toward the throat. During the day, muscle tone holds the airway open, but at night, the body relaxes completely.
Pulled by gravity, the base of the tongue falls backward and seals the windpipe, blocking the flow of oxygen. This causes sleep apnea, brief moments of suffocation during sleep that send the brain into an absolute state of panic. Adrenaline spikes, the heart races, forcing us to semi-awaken just to take a single life-saving breath. In the morning, you wake up exhausted, with headaches and chronic fatigue, deprived of restorative sleep. For years, people treat depression and heart issues, never suspecting their body fights for survival every single night. And all of this is the long-term cost of not giving our facial masseter muscles enough physical exercise in childhood. Naturally, we try to fight crooked teeth. We go to orthodontists, get braces, and hope to fix the issue. But how does modern medicine actually handle this? Does it inadvertently compromise our breathing with mechanical fixes?
Modern orthodontics is a massive, multi-billion-dollar industry involving braces, clear aligners, and jaw surgeries. But when you look closely, most of these treatments focus purely on symptoms while completely ignoring the root cause. When teeth cannot fit in the mouth, the classic approach often suggests pulling out perfectly healthy teeth. Orthodontists usually extract premolars, the fourth or fifth teeth, and wisdom teeth to clear up room on the gum line. The logic is simple. Fewer teeth mean less crowding. The remaining teeth are pulled together using metal wires. The patient gets straight teeth and a beautiful smile, but the true metabolic cost remains completely hidden. Imagine you have a tiny room that cannot fit 5 chairs. Instead of expanding the room, you throw 2 chairs away. You arrange the remaining 3 chairs nicely. But did you actually solve the lack of physical space? No, you just reduced the amount of furniture. This is exactly how classical tooth extraction functions. Removing teeth and pulling the jaw inward makes the mouth even tighter, shrinking vital oral space. The tongue has even less room, forcing it to slide deeper backward, directly into the airway passage. We gain straight teeth at the expense of compromised breathing and silent structural degradation of our facial skeleton. We mask the symptoms and push the problem deeper, in the most literal, anatomical sense of the word. In evolutionary biology, there is a simple truth. The human body is shaped by external physical forces. We are designed to move, overcome environmental resistance, and work our muscles hard. Yet modern civilization slowly and stealthily strips almost every physical effort from our daily lives. We no longer walk dozens of miles. We have comfortable transportation to carry us everywhere. We no longer lift heavy loads. Machines do it for us. And we rarely chew tough, raw foods anymore. Our diet has turned into a soft, processed mush. Baby foods, soft burgers, sausages, and pureed smoothies. We have starved our facial bones of the single mechanical stimulus that shaped our ancestors' skulls for millennia. And for this dubious civilizational comfort, we pay a truly horrifying anatomical price. Our body operates under a strict rule of resource conservation. What is not used is systematically shut down. We wanted to free ourselves from the chore of chewing tough meals, only to fall into a biomechanical trap. We created a world where food is so soft that our own faces are slowly folding inward. They collapse like a house of cards, robbing us of the ability to breathe deeply and sleep without suffocating. Perhaps it is time to return our teeth to their raw, heavy duties before our jaws turn into a complete evolutionary relic.